Way up high among a billion shiny stars lived Luna. She was not like any other girl. She was special, born from the stardust of the universe. Her home was a place of wonder and mystery, where the night sky was always filled with twinkling lights and the air was filled with the whispers of ancient galaxies. Luna came from a planet called Kepler 186f, a place warmed by a faraway sun. This planet was unlike Earth, with its crimson skies and emerald oceans. The flora and fauna were vibrant and otherworldly, creating a landscape that seemed to be painted by the cosmos itself. Her skin looked like moonlight, and her eyes sparkled like galaxies. Luna's presence was enchanting, her every movement leaving a trail of shimmering stardust. She had a gentle aura that made everyone around her feel at peace, as if they were gazing into the infinite beauty of the universe. One day, Luna's spaceship, curious about Earth, crashed into a field of sunflowers. The impact was sudden and unexpected, sending a wave of golden petals into the air. The sunflowers, tall and proud, seemed to bow in reverence to the new visitor from the stars. Nearby, a young boy named Sam lived on a farm. Sam was a dreamer, always looking up at the night sky, wondering what lay beyond the stars. His days were filled with chores, but his nights were filled with dreams of distant worlds and adventures. Sam loved reading about space. He had a collection of books that told stories of astronauts, planets, and galaxies far, far away. Under the shade of an old oak tree, he would lose himself in these tales, imagining himself as a brave explorer of the cosmos. He heard a loud bang and ran outside. His heart raced with excitement and curiosity. What could it be? He had never heard such a sound before. The fields, usually so quiet and serene, were now filled with the promise of an extraordinary discovery. There among the sunflowers he saw something amazing, a sight that took his breath away. It was a spaceship, unlike anything he had ever seen, and beside it stood a girl who seemed to have stepped out of his dreams, a girl with sparkling eyes and skin that shimmered like stardust. Kind Sam helped Luna. He extended his hand, offering her comfort and assistance. Luna, though initially hesitant, felt a warmth in Sam's eyes that reassured her. He took her home and gave her food and a place to stay. The farmhouse, with its cozy rooms and the smell of fresh bread, became a sanctuary for Luna. She marveled at the simplicity and beauty of earthly life, so different from her own. Luna was scared at first, but Sam's warm smile and gentle nature made her feel safe. He showed her kindness she had never known, and slowly her fear melted away, replaced by a growing bond of friendship. They spent their days learning about each other's worlds. Sam introduced Luna to the wonders of Earth, from the smallest insects to the vast blue sky. In return, Luna shared stories of her home, painting vivid pictures of her planet with her words. Even though they were from different planets, they became best friends, their friendship as strong as the roots of a big old tree. Under the shade of that tree, they made a promise to always be there for each other, no matter the distance between their worlds. Luna missed her home and wanted to show Sam her planet. She used a special device from her spaceship to make a portal. Holding hands, they stepped through the portal and left Earth behind. Sam gasped. Kepler 186f was like a dream. 3 moons painted the sky purple. Trees with silver leaves swayed in the breeze. Strange, beautiful creatures with glowing wings flew around them. Luna, happy to be home, showed Sam everything. They swam in clear lakes, climbed mountains that touched the purple sky, and even made friends with a creature with fur like gold thread. Sam was amazed by Kepler 186f. Their friendship grew stronger. Their laughter echoed through the strange landscapes, a sign of their special bond. One day, Luna's moon-like skin became very pale. It was as if the very essence of her being was slowly fading away, leaving behind a ghostly visage that worried everyone who saw her. Her once radiant complexion, which glowed like the moon itself, now seemed to be drained of all its vitality. Her bright, sparkly eyes grew dim. The light that once danced in her eyes, reflecting her joy and curiosity, was now replaced by a dull, lifeless gaze. It was heartbreaking to see such a vibrant spirit reduced to this state. She became weak, her laughter disappeared, and she felt tired all the time. The energy that once fueled her adventures and filled the air with her infectious laughter was now gone. She could barely muster the strength to get out of bed, let alone explore the world around her. Sam was very worried as he watched his friend grow weaker each day. He couldn't stand to see Luna in such a state, and it pained him deeply to see her suffer. He knew he had to do something, but he felt helpless and unsure of where to start. Luna's spaceship device, broken in the crash, couldn't help. The advanced technology that had once been her lifeline was now nothing more than a heap of useless metal and wires. It was a cruel twist of fate that the very thing that brought her to this world was now failing her when she needed it the most. Desperate to save Luna, Sam looked for answers in her alien technology. He spent countless hours poring over the strange devices and symbols, hoping to find some clue that could lead to a solution. His determination was unwavering, driven by his love and concern for his friend. Finally, among the blinking lights and strange symbols, he found a message written in glowing blue letters. It was a beacon of hope in the darkness, a sign that there might still be a way to save Luna. It told him about a special flower that only grew on Earth. This flower, known as the celestial bloom, was said to possess incredible healing properties. It was a rare and precious plant, hidden away in the most secluded corners of the planet. The message said the celestial bloom held the power of life and could heal even the worst sickness. Hope filled Sam's heart. He felt a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that there was still a chance to save Luna. The thought of seeing her smile again gave him the strength to carry on. He knew what he had to do. He had to embark on a journey back to Earth, find the celestial bloom and bring it back to Kepler 186f. It was a daunting task, but he was ready to face any challenge that came his way. He had to go back to Earth, find the celestial bloom, and bring it back to Kepler 186f. The journey would be long and perilous, but Sam was determined. He couldn't bear the thought of losing Luna, and he would do whatever it took to save her. Luna's life depended on it. The fate of his dear friend rested in his hands, and he was ready to move mountains to ensure her survival. With a heart full of hope and determination, Sam set off on his quest, knowing that the future of Luna's smile was worth every effort. Luna, her voice very soft, held Sam's hand weakly. "Sam," she whispered, scared, "what if you can't find it?" Sam, though worried, smiled at her. "Don't worry, Luna," he said, trying to sound brave. He knew it was dangerous to travel through space. He knew it would be hard to find one special flower he'd never seen before. But he held on to hope, driven by his love for his alien friend. "I will find it," he promised. "I will bring it back to you. I promise." With one last look at Luna's pale face, he stepped into the portal, a journey back to Earth, a quest for the celestial bloom. He landed back in the sunflower field where he first met Luna. The sunflowers, once happy and bright, now seemed to droop, just like his worried heart. Stepping out of the portal, Sam felt the familiar pull of Earth. The air, smelling of pine trees and damp soil, filled his lungs. It was good to be home, but he knew he had to hurry. He had a promise to keep. He remembered Luna's words, "It grows where the sun is warmest, where the air is full of life." Where could that be? He needed help. He looked at his old farmhouse. It had been years since he was there, years spent exploring Kepler 186f with Luna. Now it held the key to his future. With new determination he walked towards it. The old house felt familiar, smelling of dust and old books. He searched through his father's things, his heart pounding. There, among his father's journals, he found his answer. The celestial bloom. His father's notes told of its magical healing power, its rarity, and where to find it. The Amazon rainforest. Sam's heart sank. The Amazon. A huge wild jungle full of life but also danger. He had to get there quickly. He left the farmhouse, worried about Luna. He traveled day and night from the quiet countryside to a busy city. The city, a concrete jungle, was very different from his peaceful farm. He felt lost among the crowds of people. He had to find a way to the Amazon, and soon. Time was running out. Time. The researchers, at first unsure, were moved by Sam's desperation. His plea was not just a request, it was a heartfelt cry for help. He spoke of Luna, his beloved, who was gravely ill. The urgency in his voice was palpable, and the researchers could feel the weight of his words, his determined eyes, his voice shaking as he spoke of Luna, their adventures and his promise. He recounted their journeys, the moments of joy and the challenges they faced together. Each word he spoke was filled with emotion, painting a vivid picture of their bond. They saw his passion just like their own love for their work. The researchers, who had dedicated their lives to studying the mysteries of the Amazon, found a kindred spirit in Sam. His dedication mirrored their own, and they couldn't help but be inspired by his resolve. They agreed to take him. It was a unanimous decision driven by a shared sense of purpose. They knew the journey would be arduous, but they were willing to take the risk for the sake of Sam and Luna. The journey to the Amazon was long and hard. The dense vegetation and unpredictable weather made every step a challenge, yet the group pressed on, driven by a collective determination to find the celestial bloom. The humid air, filled with the smell of strange flowers and damp earth, was heavy. Each breath was a reminder of the untamed beauty and raw power of the rainforest. The exotic flora and fauna added to the mystique of their quest. The rainforest, with its beautiful and scary sounds, surrounded him. The calls of unseen creatures and the rustling of leaves created a symphony of nature that was both enchanting and intimidating. It was a world unlike any other, full of wonders and dangers. He felt small in the face of nature's power. The towering trees and vast expanse of the jungle made him realize the insignificance of human existence in the grand scheme of things, yet this realization only strengthened his resolve. But he kept going, thinking of Luna's pale face and weak smile. Her image was a constant reminder of why he was there. Every step he took was for her, and the thought of her suffering gave him the strength to push through the exhaustion and fear. He had to find the celestial bloom. This rare flower was their only hope, a beacon of light in the darkness. Its legendary healing properties were the key to saving Luna, and he was determined to find it no matter the cost. He had to keep his promise. The promise he made to Luna, to bring her back the celestial bloom, was the driving force behind his every action. It was a vow he intended to fulfill, come what may. Days turned into weeks as they went deeper into the rainforest. The journey was grueling, testing their endurance and willpower. But with each passing day, their bond grew stronger and their determination never wavered. Just as he was losing hope, he smelled something familiar. It was a scent that brought back memories of Luna, a fragrance that was both comforting and invigorating. It was the scent of the celestial bloom, the scent of the celestial bloom. It was unmistakable, a sign that they were close. The sight of the rare glowing flower filled him with a renewed sense of hope and purpose. He knew that their journey was about to reach its climax. Following the smell, his heart pounding, he found a clearing. There, in a ray of sunlight, he saw something amazing. A single flower, its petals a soft blue, glowed with a magical light. The celestial bloom. It was even more beautiful than he imagined. Carefully he picked the flower, its petals soft against his skin. He could feel its energy, the power of life within it. It was a symbol of hope. He had found it. He had kept his promise. His heart was full of relief and joy. He had the celestial bloom. Luna would be okay. He didn't waste any time. Luna, weak and frail, smiled weakly when she saw Sam. "You found it," she whispered. "You actually found it." Sam, his eyes shining with tears, gently gave her the flower. "I promised, didn't I?" he said. As soon as Luna touched the celestial bloom, a wave of energy went through her. Color came back to her face. Her eyes sparkled, and her laughter filled the air. It was a miracle. The celestial bloom, its work done, wilted, but it didn't matter. Luna was alive, and that's all that mattered. They spent their days exploring Kepler 186f, their laughter echoing through the alien world. Their bond, stronger than ever, had grown into something even more special. They learned to enjoy every moment, to find happiness in the little things.